Good morning. It's a Friday morning and it's live at 9. It's Halloween. So, what better guest than I would say they've got to be known as the top paranormal investigators in the state of Alabama, Alabama's most haunted. And they're also a couple of Walker County guys. So, it's always good to get some local folks in to talk about ghosts on Halloween at least.
Oh, yeah, of course. Happy Halloween, everybody, by the way.
Happy Halloween.
Now, y'all introduce yourselves. I know Kevin Walden, right?
Yes, sir. Kevin Walden.
And I'm Sean Harris.
Sean Harris. They're 2 of 4 members, right?
Correct.
The other guys, we're kicking them out. They couldn't get off work today.
Yeah, they're lame.
Yeah, I thought paranormal investigating was your day job. I didn't realize that you actually had to work somewhere else. Yeah.
I know, right?
Tell everybody, Kevin, how you guys came together. Just a little bit about the old background.
Well, really, we met in high school. Didn't find out until then that we were actually cousins, me and him.
Well, I mean, y'all were in East Walker County.
I know, it's very it's very Alabama.
Yeah.
But, we had to do this report for school on something you've never done before. It had to be a visual report. Well, at the time, I think the Sci-Fi Channel was running that Ghost Hunters marathon. Mm-hmm. I was like, man, let's give that a shot.
Yeah.
So, I'd watched shows before in the past, and I always thought to myself, those people are crazy. I'm never going to do that.
Right.
Now here we are. But, so we decided we were going to load up, go out to Tuscaloosa, and go out to the old Bryce Mental Institution, which is actually the Jemison Center. Everybody gets it mixed up. But,
right.
So it was me, him. It was supposed to be another guy in our class, but we knew.
He chickened out.
We knew from the jump he wouldn't go make it. So it was me, him, our other cousin Adam, and this one guy in our class that we didn't really know. He just overheard us talking about it, and he's like, that sounds cool. I want to go with you.
That might have been the guy you didn't want to go if he thought it was that cool.
Yeah.
He may be the only one coming back.
Exactly. But it was almost like that trip was cursed to begin with, because we left the school parking lot. He wanted somebody to ride with him. Like I said, we didn't really know him.
Right.
And Sean was like, dibs with Adam.
Yeah.
So I jump in this guy's truck. We're heading down the road. And I start hearing this whistling sound. All of a sudden, his hood flies up on his truck. We can't see anything, and he just keeps driving. I'm like,
goodness.
Pull over,
Yeah.
So we pull over, get that handled, keep going. And we're almost into Tuscaloosa. Got my hand out the window like this. I start hearing this other whistling sound. Bird flies into the truck, slams into my cheek.
Oh, my goodness.
And just starts all through the truck. And he's just... I can't even imagine from y'all's point of view.
We were following him. I'm just like, what is going on up there? And they're just all over the road.
And you don't know this guy, really.
No,
he
not
could
really.
be drunk. And there could be anything going on.
Well, we get to, Bryce, Jemison Center. And we drive under a gate to get into it. Because, breaking and entering is cool, but not really.
Right.
Don't quote that.
Right, yeah.
We get there. We get about 4 steps in the door. The guy
Now, did you ever think maybe we shouldn't go in here?
No, never.
We were like 17,
You're right.
16,
Yeah.
So we were just like, this is cool.
We
can
were
do this.
very excited. We come pulling up. There's like something up in the window kind of pulls back, and it's like, wow, it's a ghost. It could have been a crackhead or something.
Right,
but
yeah.
We get about 4 steps in the door. The guy we barely knew lights up a cigarette. He's like, turns and looks. He says, well, boys, we're going to jail. I said, what? And look outside, and the state trooper comes pulling up. And that dude detained us for about 20 minutes. We were sitting there. He kept telling us paddy wagon's on its way. We're going to jail. Looking back on it now, he's probably just trying to scare us more than anything.
Probably, yeah.
But, this dude turned it into a horror movie quick.
Yeah.
He propped up against his car, and he's looking up. He's like, place caught fire back in the 70s. What? Wish it would have burnt to the ground.
Now, did you guys tell him, hey, we're filming a ghost adventure?
We did. We actually had all of our equipment. We were dumping it in the center of the circle. And it's just piling up. He knew we were telling the truth. He was like, these kids.
Did you tell him it was for a school project?
We did.
We did.
See, I would think that would at least get you a few minutes in there,
Apparently, he didn't care about academic,
Right.
anything. But
So that's where it grew from. We're talking to members of Alabama's Most Haunted, and started there. when did you now did you ghost hunt or like look for scary things ever before this idea came up, or like were you a horror fan or anything like that?
Always been horror fans. You know, I always grew up interested in the paranormal, but there was still that part of me that was like, I don't know. I mean, you know, you got movies, you got real life.
Right. Is that
Yeah.
kind of how you felt too?
Yeah, I was always kind of skeptical, but I had an experience when I was really young that involves my grandfather that passed away,
Yeah.
and that kind of sparked my interest and like always had me question like, is there an afterlife? Are these ghosts real? Are they here? And all that kind of stuff. So,
Yeah.
and I'm like him. I've been a horror fan since I was really little, and I don't know, just kind of stemmed from there.
Oh,
Yeah. So whether it's real or not, it's still fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a different kind of thrill is the best way I could put it.
Yeah.
'Cause, you know, we'll be telling people about our experiences, and a lot of it's the same reaction. Like, I don't know how you guys do that. That's terrifying. You know, I would never do that. And I was like, you don't really know until you get there.
Right.
It's like you can't be scared, you know. But man, just the thrill, the rush. You never know what's gonna happen. But it's interesting to see people who don't believe in ghosts. A lot of people tell us, you know, you're wasting your time, all this stuff. Are we though?
Right.
Like, you know, we woke up in a Victorian mansion and had breakfast made by the homeowner, or
Yeah.
you know, we've been at this place, been here since the 1800s. I mean, even if people don't believe it, it's still a cool experience.
Oh yeah.
Just
Well,
the history
and
is awesome.
I was gonna say like just documenting the history is
Oh,
as
yeah.
cool as anything else. You know. Is it only Alabama that you guys are going to? Like you started out thinking it might be a bigger, and then decided, hey, let's focus on Alabama. Is that what you had said earlier?
Yeah, we actually started as the Paranormal Project back in about 2013, and at the time we had places lined up in Alabama. We were working on some in Mississippi, some in Georgia, Tennessee. I don't think we had anything for Florida just yet. We were basically more of like a Southern territory type deal. And we actually went out to the Jemison Vandegraff Mansion in Tuscaloosa, shot our first episode for the Paranormal Project there. Had a lot of crazy things happen. Unfortunately, things happened with the studio. They weren't interested in the show. So that kind of got shelved. Well, a couple years went by. It's like, man, what if we tried to pick back up on this? And, you know, we were trying with a different studio. Ultimately, we ended up just going our own way and doing YouTube because,
Right.
you know, you're not limited to what you can do, your time limits, all that stuff on there. You really got more free reign
Right.
there. But, yeah, you know, we're still doing mostly Alabama. We had wanted to start a side project called Spirits of the South, where we kind of branch out and hit these other states. It's just, it's hard to do. Full-time jobs,
Right.
you know, wife, kids, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Oh yeah. What? How many episodes have y'all done on the YouTube channel now?
right now, we're working on our 13th episode, oddly enough.
Yeah.
You know, we got a bunch of different shorts and little side series called Fright Bites, which is just small little snippets of crazy things that have happened. But,
Yeah.
you know, we filmed a bunch of episodes. It's just some of these places that people tell you, this place is so haunted, you won't believe what you'll catch there. We get there
Right.
and
It's just
nothing.
boring. Yeah.
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 So it's like, well, we're just going to have to scrap this whole episode.
Yeah. Well, you need to tell the people that own the land, you know, don't tell the ghost we're coming.
Yeah,
'Cause that
exactly.
could turn them away for a while.
True. Just get that element of surprise.
Right. The tell everybody a little bit about your experiences on the show. What are some of the creepiest ones on the show?
Let you take this one.
I guess I can go with one of the craziest things that's happened to me so far. We were at the Oksana house, which is a really cool old place. But we were there, and they got there before me, and they kind of talked to the lady that owned the place. And she was telling the history and stuff like that. Well, I get there, and I start unloading stuff, and I go in, and I'm kind of getting weird feelings. Like, I don't think I have, like, I'm not like a psychic or anything like that, but I do get weird feelings in places, and a lot of the time it usually lines up with something happens wherever I feel something weird, like later in the night. So anyways, we literally just started, it just started to get dark, and we hadn't even grabbed all of our equipment yet. Like, we had set some stuff out, But I was going upstairs to get my camera and stuff, and the staircase does like this, basically.
Yeah.
So as I come up this rung of stairs, I go to turn, I look up, and I see a full body apparition for the first time ever. Just standing at the top of the stairs. It's this lady, and it's really weird though, because a lot of people will tell you, like, you'll see a lady in white or whatever, but this looked like someone literally took white paint or something and had, like, dumped it over her.
Wow.
Like, that's the best way I can describe how she looked. And she looked at me, I looked at her, I froze, and I was like, and in that moment, like, I guess it was really quick, but it felt really slowed down.
Yeah.
But basically, I saw her, and it was kind of like she was like, "Oh, he sees me," and I was kind of like, "Whoa, holy crap, I see her!"
Yeah.
And then she just comes down the stairs, basically, and like feels like she goes past me or through me or something. And from that moment on, I was sick for what?
You were down for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Like, we seriously thought we were going to have to leave and
Yeah.
just end the investigation
And
to make
him
sure
to
he
the
was taken care
hospital,
of.
so, man.
Because we, we went outside, got him some fresh air. It was real cold that night, so he was just trying to cool down a little bit. And me and our other guy, David, everybody calls him Slim, me and him were talking like, man, I hate this happened, or we're going to have to, call this. Well, like I said, he is down and out. Him and Jonathan, our other guy, they're in the living room at the place. Me and Slim are in here getting all this stuff together. Well, we had a REM pod upstairs. And what that is, it's a little small device. It's got lights all around it. And when something gets within a certain vicinity of it, it starts beeping, lighting up, showing you which direction that it's coming from.
Right.
But you got to be like right up on this thing for it to go off. We come walking around, and from upstairs, where he saw the woman, that thing just starts going nuts. It's going, and it's lighting up.
Yeah.
Nobody up there with it. Well, finally, like 2 hours later, he's telling us, like, I think I need to puke or something like that. So we actually had to, like, get him up on our shoulders, get him to the bathroom. He never did.
Yeah.
But we were talking about the woman, and I showed him a picture of her. And as soon as I showed him the picture, like, his eyes started watering. He's like, that's who I saw on the staircase.
Wow.
And it was a picture of the original owner of the house.
Yeah.
And what's weird about it is the woman who owned the house at that point in time had a similar experience. She came around the staircase, went to go up. She saw a woman on the staircase. He didn't know about that, though.
Yeah.
He didn't know she had seen her.
Wow. And that's I was going to ask, have other people seen that same type vision there? That's wild. Now, was she white when she saw her? Do you know?
She didn't really specify.
Yeah.
She just said she was going up the stairs, and as she hit that little turn, basically the same exact deal, just
Right.
she was at the top of the staircase.
Yeah. That's wild.
And we caught a lot of weird things there. It was actually one of the first investigations where it was just us guys,
Yeah.
because my sister would go hunt with us, but she's got a son she's got to tend to, of course.
Yeah.
That's hard to do.
Right.
My wife, she used to go with us. She had an experience, and she was like, hey, I don't really want to do this anymore. I was like, hey, I completely understand.
Right.
That's totally fine. So
It would probably take one experience for me. And I'd be like, I'm not doing this anymore.
But it was our first time as just the dudes, as we were
Yeah.
talking about earlier. And one of the stories of the house was people would either catch or hear a woman singing or humming. Well, we were playing some poker, just kind of letting the night come in so we could get started. I was like, all right, I'm going all in.
Yeah.
That way I can just kind of branch off and start the investigation. I go to the living room and I sit down, got the camera set up, and I'm like, hey, if you're here, give me a sign. And I didn't hear it out loud, but on my camera's audio, there's just this creepy woman singing in the background.
Yeah.
So, I'm watching the video back as I'm editing, and I'm like, hold up. And I turn it up, and sure enough, I'm like, can you give me a sign? All of a sudden, just...
Yeah.
And you can't make out what it says, but it's definitely a woman singing, and there was no women there.
Right.
So,
Wow. Now, did what goes into an episode? I mean, I know you're going to film for an entire night, basically. How much footage do you get when you guys go somewhere?
Hours and hours.
hours. And it is a painstaking process having to go through it.
Oh, I was going to say the editing on this has got to be miserable.
Oh, it's terrible. That's why I've only got 13 episodes
Right,
out so
yeah.
far.
Yeah.
Because, like, we'll go out, we'll film everything, got to bring it back. And I've gotten now to where when we go shoot an episode, I'll be logging stuff in my mind like, this happened at this point.
Right.
This happened at this point.
Right.
And just making notes. But just sitting down, going through all the evidence and watching all the footage. Ooh.
I'm sure you get better and quicker or more efficient each time.
Oh, yeah.
But I can only imagine that first time you thought, I will never have an episode.
That's Yeah, that was pretty much it. There was a lot of times where I was like, I should just give up on this right now. You know?
It's cool too though, because you can watch from episode 1 up till now. He literally gets better at what he's doing too. Like the stuff's edited better, it's put together better. Like
Oh, yeah.
he learns little tricks and stuff. And I don't know, it's to a point now. I feel like I'm watching it on an actual TV station.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and that's it's so cool nowadays because when you put something on YouTube, you can cast it right to your big screen, you know.
Yeah.
So like we have people do that with our football coverage, and even with this show, they'll message me, be like, "I'm watching you on my big screen," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's the coolest thing in the world," you know. I feel like I'm really like a talk show host or something. Well, I want to remind everybody we're talking to Alabama's Most Haunted this morning. At least 2 of the guys out of the group. The other 2, what's their names?
There's Jonathan Gilbreth and David Gibson, but everybody calls him Slim.
Okay, so Jonathan and Slim, they couldn't take off today, and these are our 2 favorites anyway.
You're stuck with us.
Right.
We're the best you got.
Right. Well, guys, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back. We'll be back in about a minute and a half for more Live at 9 with James Phillips here on WJLX. And we're back on Live at 9 with James Phillips here on WJLX. Got the Alabama's Most Haunted with us today, and we were just talking off the air about a few things that we'll bring up coming up. But the The one thing I do want to remind everybody, you guys are from Walker County,
That's
Yeah.
correct.
and have been doing this for almost 20 years.
Almost 20 years now.
Now, when you first decided, hey, on the side, I'm going to be a ghost hunter, or it's not really a ghostbuster, it's a ghost hunter.
Yeah.
What did the family think?
There were mixed reactions. I think a lot of it was just the uncertainty of it, 'cause,
Right.
Worried for our safety.
Yeah,
Mostly,
worried for our safety because.
Or if you could get charged with breaking in or.
Yeah. Side note for everybody listening: if you do decide to try ghost hunting, definitely get permission.
Right.
Because, man, how we didn't get shot or killed or arrested back in the day baffles me.
Yeah.
But a lot of family members were like, "Oh, that sounds cool. That's interesting." Some of them were like, "Man, I don't believe in that." And then, of course, some were like, "You really shouldn't do this."
Right.
Yeah, we're concerned.
Yeah.
Which I understand completely because, I look at my kids now, and my son, he's 13. He's super excited about the stuff I do.
Yeah.
But it's like, I can't imagine just letting him go off into some 1800s, prison or something like that. But, I think a lot of it was just the uncertainty of it. Like, what are you guys trying to do? And it's like, well, we're not out there sacrificing goats or nothing.
Right. Yeah.
We're literally in the dark for hours going, are you here?
Yeah. Right.
Give me a sign.
Yeah. Right.
Because, a lot of people don't see that with paranormal shows.
It's a lot of nothing going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of
A whole
nothing.
lot.
There'll be hours where we almost start to think, did we waste our time? And then something crazy will happen.
Right.
Speaking of something crazy, you want to tell them about what happened in that one house we got scratched up?
Oh yeah. While we were off the air, they were telling me if anybody's going to get hurt or scratched or feel like they're going to puke, it's Sean.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I guess I'm just lucky or something, or unlucky, one of the two.
Right. Yeah.
But we were in Opelika at what was that place called?
The Spring Villa Mansion.
That's right.
Yeah.
We were there, and we'd been walking around investigating for a pretty good while. It was hot. It was like the middle of summer.
It was 10,000 degrees.
But nothing was happening, and there was a lot of stories about the old owner of the house being kind of a bad person and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, I wasn't really antagonizing really, but I just started talking to him, and I was like, I heard that you did this and this, and that you were a bad person and stuff. Out of nowhere, I just feel like burning on my back, like close to the top, like right at the bottom of my neck. And I was like, well, that's weird. I feel like a burning sensation. And so Kevin's like, hold up. He comes around, pulls my shirt down, and I had one scratch going like down at an angle on my back. And then literally throughout the night, it turned into 3 scratches going down my back.
Wow. Did you see it immediately with the scratches when he?
Yeah, when I walked over and I pulled the shirt down and I looked at it, I saw the one scratch, and I was like, oh man, you've got a scratch on your back. And it's like, what's going on? I was like, did you brush up against something or what? Well, slowly but surely, I actually watched the second scratch, form. Like, I watched it in real time, just,
Wow.
and, that tripped me out a little bit.
I mean, I would automatically be thinking back to Nightmare on Elm Street or something.
Yeah.
Welcome to my nightmare.
Freddy's back.
Yeah, I'd be thinking, it's time to go. But you stayed it out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. We just kind of get excited when stuff like that happens for whatever reason. I guess
Yeah.
we're just weirdos, but
Yeah.
Well,
it's like, dude, holy crap.
that one sounded like a ghost that would do something terrible to somebody. But what about, I mean, most of the things that you guys have encountered, would you consider them more positive or negative? Like, what's the experience like?
I feel like for the most part, it's usually positive.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, some places can feel kind of make you a little like, I'm not sure, unnerve you, but for the most part, I feel like the experiences we've had have been positive.
Yeah, I feel like, a lot of it, you go to an old creepy place, and your first thought is every horror movie you've ever seen in your life.
Right, yeah.
But, you get in there and you hear all the stories, and then something will happen, and you're like, I don't feel like, they were trying to threaten me or anything. I feel like that was more of a Hey, I'm here.
Yeah, yeah. Welcome. This is the only way I can tell you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we probably say the words, "Can you, if you're here with me, can you give us a sign?" like 100 times a night.
Oh yeah, no
Right.
doubt.
Right. Have you ever been to a place for an episode that just nothing happened?
We've had a few. It's always funny to me that, people will be talking to us, telling us about places to go. They're like, "You got to go here. This place is so haunted." We get there, like not even crickets, like
Yeah.
just dead silence. But then these little off the wall places that people don't really talk about, we'd be like, "No, that place was creepy. Let me just reach out to them."
Yeah.
You go there and you have all kind of stuff going on. But yeah, we've shot at least 2 or 3 episodes where just absolutely nothing. And even still, I'll try to put together an episode, and because that's one thing we like to do is like, hey, we went here, but we didn't have anything happen.
Right.
At this point, we're basically just telling the history of this location.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Whenever we go on trips, we try to hit the haunted tours at least.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
Savannah and New Orleans. The one place that if you guys are ever in Arkansas, Eureka Springs, the Crescent Hotel.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
That was the creepiest place that we've ever stayed in. And I promise I saw things that I've never seen before. Like, it was wild. And I don't think they were just doing it.
Yeah.
But it was a crazy location.
Well, it's like Slim. When he used to live in Georgia. He moved here. He got a job where I work, where we work. And he was kind of a skeptic. I was talking to him about our stories and stuff we've experienced. He's like, I don't know. I've never had an experience. I don't know if I believe in it. So I was like, well, just go with us.
Right.
Because people will tell you, I don't believe in it, don't believe in it. It's like, just go. Just
Yeah.
once.
What's the harm?
Exactly.
Unless you get possessed.
Exactly.
But,
But so he went with us a couple times, and I think the first place he went to that he actually had like a full blown experience was Tannehill.
Yeah.
We rented the Charles Jefferson Stewart house up in Tannehill, and we've heard stories about it, read online about it. Decided we'd give it a shot. We get in there, and there's 2 sections of the cabin, and we're in the section with the living room, kitchen area. And we're sitting there. I think it was me, you, and him in there, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Just us 3. And he's sitting on this chair back here. I'm sitting in this chair next to the doorway leading to the kitchen. Well, we start hearing movement from the kitchen. And I'm like, I feel like I'm hearing something. And all of a sudden, it sounded like somebody's like right next to me, just breathing into my ear, basically. So I'm telling them that, and then Slim, he's like, hold up. I can't see the clock on the stove anymore.
yeah.
So I kind of turn, same deal, I can't see it. All of a sudden, it's like someone was standing in front of it, and it just turns. You can make out the shoulder and the head, and it just
Oh, my goodness.
walks off to the side.
Yeah.
And, man, he was all in it at that point.
Yeah, I bet he was. Now, these guys are originally from Walker County, and I know you've had to, even though not for the show, you've had to be to some haunted sites. What's the ones that people most tell you about, or that you've experienced here locally?
Definitely Little Vine Cemetery, which, that used to be our local haunt, I guess you could say.
Oh, yeah.
Spent a lot of time out there back in the day, which, now we don't really do cemeteries too much. Just started feeling a little, disrespectful, of course.
Right.
But, at the time, 17, 18, it's like, man, this is so cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, we've grown up a lot in how we handle an investigation
Yeah.
now. But Old Dora, we spent a lot of time in Old Dora back before somebody came through and
And mowed most of it down.
mowed half of
Yeah.
it down. Had some weird things happen there. That's actually probably where I had one of my first, legit experiences was in the old furniture store there.
Yeah.
Me and Sean had broken in because, like I said, that's what we used to do.
Sometimes curiosity just makes you
Yeah.
do that sort of thing.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And we're in there, had a camera. I used to wear this big wallet chain, and I'm filming towards this wall over here, and I feel a tug on my chain, and I thought it was Sean trying to get my attention, so I say, what? All of a sudden, from way across the room, I hear, what?
Yeah.
And I kind of turn, I look, he's not anywhere near me at all. Both of us look down, and my wallet chain is lifted up, and all of a sudden it just drops. So
Yeah, that's got to be spooky. If nothing else, that's got to be creepy.
it was a rush,
Yeah.
because both of us just instantly, dude.
Now, you can't see her on video, but your wife's in the studio with us. What did she think when you said, "Oh, by the way, I am a paranormal"? Have y'all been together for that long, or what was the deal there?
Yeah, we actually just had our 13th anniversary. 13 years
Awesome.
married.
Congratulations.
Thank you. She knew about it before we got together. I guess we're kind of underground famous in Walker County, I guess you could say.
Right.
But, she knew about it. I don't really know how she felt about it before we got together. But, eventually got to the point where it's like, you want to go?
Right.
So she said, yeah, I'll go.
You're in the inner circle when somebody will invite you to go on a paranormal investigation.
Exactly. So, she went with us, and I feel like she might have been a little on the fence to begin with. Maybe.
Yeah.
But had some experiences. And then, like I said, she had an experience. We went to this place in Columbia called Columbia Manor, which is a haunted house and a haunted house attraction.
Okay.
So you go in there, and there's already rooms set up. Like, he's got a Freddy Krueger room.
Oh, yeah.
You got a Carrie room. You got all these different, like, animatronics and stuff set up. But back in the 1800s, it was used as a sanitarium for a disease called pellagra.
Yeah.
And a lot of people died there. There was a children's wing there that burnt down. I mean, just terrible, terrible history. But looking at the place now, you wouldn't know it.
Right.
But she had an experience there, and I think it was one of her first real, like, terrifying moments. And she was like, hey, I really don't want to do this anymore.
Right.
I'll support you. I'll help run the Facebook and all that stuff. And I was like, I completely understand.
Right.
Because
yeah.
I'm not going to put you in a position where you don't feel comfortable.
Right. Yeah.
But she's been very supportive, and I love her, and I appreciate her for it.
Yeah. What's next for you guys?
We just found it's an old opera house, and wanting to go check that out. It's the Fort Payne Opera House.
Okay. Yeah.
That'll actually be our next episode. We got it lined up for November.
Yep.
And then just looking for anywhere and everywhere. If anybody's got a place out there, just please contact us on Facebook. And
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Was that do you take people's advice on where to go and that sort of thing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're always on the lookout.
Yeah.
Please don't kidnap us or anything when we get there. But,
I think I've seen a movie or two with that plot, actually.
yeah, we've been in a couple of places where it was a little bit like, oh crap, are we getting out of here? Like,
Right.
Yeah. It's like I'm scared, but not about the ghost. You know?
Right. Yeah, that's how I feel a lot of times. I'm never on a ghost hunting adventure, but I always think, man, this place really looks like the gas station at Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You know?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
There's always something crazy I think could happen. Did you guys? Do you want to do one in Walker County, like an episode? Anybody?
We'd love to.
Oh, yeah,
Has
we'd
anybody
love to.
told you any places that like stand out?
I mean, not really.
Not really.
Well, there's got to be people out there. That's what today is going to do. You're going to get a location.
What was that one? Tallulah? No. Twisted.
Oh, Twisted Barley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've heard that location's haunted. Which,
Okay.
I'll be honest with you. Anytime I go through downtown Jasper, I'll be passing my buildings. I'm like, that one's haunted.
A lot of buildings are
That
probably
one's
haunted. You know, there's been a lot of stuff happening in downtown Jasper way back in the day.
Anybody listening, hit us up.
Yeah, I
mean,
think Twisted Barley is now. There's a business in there called Wine Down on Main,
Yeah.
and so that'd be some cool advertising to get them and you guys together.
Oh yeah.
That'd be awesome.
We're open for it. Like I was saying earlier, we're a nonprofit. We don't charge for what we do.
Yeah.
A lot of what we do is just, hey, we see you've got this place. We want to help you because people love a good ghost story.
Yeah.
It's like Crooked Creek, the Civil War Museum in Coleman. It's kind of a hole in the wall for a while. We went there, shot an episode, and kind of started promoting it a little bit. We came back, and that dude was like, I've never had this many people here before. Thank
Right.
you guys.
Yeah.
So we feel like it's a good hand-in-hand, like, hey, you let us stay the night in your old, abandoned, haunted place.
Right.
We'll get you some people in here.
Yeah, it's a win-win situation for
Yeah.
sure. Have you guys ever been through the Harbin Hotel in Nauvoo? There's an old hotel there from back when the train came through and everything.
Yeah.
I think the hotel dates back to late 1800s maybe.
Yeah.
But I've heard stories that it could be haunted too before, so that might be a cool location.
That'd be cool to check out.
Yeah. The what do you guys? What's your take on? Are there ghosts? Are there not? Or will you even tell that? So,
Well, I'll let you.
I mean, at this point, I've seen and felt and heard so many different things that it's hard for me to sit here and go, "Nah, ghosts aren't real."
right.
Like, I've had way too many experiences, so I mean, I still go into a place a lot of times kind of skeptic, like, "Oh, is this place actually going to be haunted?" But as far as do I believe in ghosts? Yeah, I think I believe at this point.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's like I was saying earlier, always had that bit of back in the day, but man, once we started the show and just the things we've seen, like, I have no doubt in my mind that, we're not alone out here.
Right. Yeah. Well, and do you guys think it's actual people who are sticking around certain places, or is it just kind of energy that's floating around, or what's your take on that sort of thing?
I feel like it's a little bit of both, honestly. I feel like a place can capture that energy, especially if something crazy happened there, like a battle or something,
Yeah. Well,
Just-
like you said, you and the other lady had seen a former owner of the house. And,
Right.
I mean, you didn't know that person or knew what they looked like or anything.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I believe it could just be energies, or it could be people coming back to, check up on their favorite place or anything like that, or coming back to check on a loved one or something like that.
See, I think I believe you guys more than a lot of people because you haven't mentioned an orb yet.
I've only had one time where there was an orb that I was like, okay, that was weird. 'Cause
Right.
We were at, you want to tell it?
Josh's grandfather's, or
Oh, we got two.
We could tell Josh's grandfather's if you want. I was thinking about at your great grandmother's house about
Okay.
the big
Oh,
blue
okay, I
orb
got
that
you, I got you.
flashed, but-
I wasn't sure which one you were going for there, but
No, Josh's grandfather's house is a little more of a. That might be the one place we've been that's possibly evil.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
that's
Yeah.
the one place that
Can we give that address out so people don't just wander up there?
And they actually, it's bulldozed as well. It's
Okay,
gone
that's
now.
good. Okay,
Yeah.
no kids are going trick or treating.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Trick or treat.
Right.
But yeah, my great grandmother's house. It was built in the '60s, and even when I was a kid, the place just felt weird to me.
Yeah.
Like I always felt like I'd be in there watching her. I always felt like there was something in the back room. And me and my sister were outside playing one day. We're all outside, whole family. Hear a knock on the window. Look up. There's something standing in the window. So ever since I was a kid, that place was just creepy. Well, my great-grandmother passed away. House kind of sat in ruins for a little while. Just nobody lived there. So, of course, over time. Well, we used to be in a band called Trimble Hill. And we decided, hey, we've got this house. We use it to practice in. So we're in there. We had all this equipment set up. How we didn't go through the floor in that house, I'll never know.
It's a miracle.
Because the room we practiced in was over the fruit cellar.
Yeah.
Well, we were there one night. We were getting ready for a show the next morning. So we were like, man, we'll all just crash here for the night. So all of us are piled up in this one bedroom. We're all laying there, and one of our friends, Ryan Cagle, actually,
Yeah.
he was staying with us. And he was like, man, y'all quit talking about that ghost stuff. Because I was telling them stories about the house. And
Right.
how I always felt like there was something there. And he's
Yeah.
like, man, y'all, hey, man, shut up, We're all just kind of laying there. And the best way I can describe it, it's almost like somebody walked up to the doorway with an old camera and just said, because this
Wow.
flash fills the room. And it originated in one little spot. It just,
Yeah.
It looked like a blue, I don't know, an orb, like blue lightning or something.
Yeah.
This orb, and it lit up the whole room.
Just coming out of the middle of the room, though.
Yeah.
Like it didn't
Yeah.
flash from anywhere.
exactly.
Yeah.
'Cause it was right in the doorway going to the living room. And, it was pitch black in there.
Yeah.
And Cagle bolted. He was like, nope, that's it. I'm
He was
back.
out.
Yeah, he was like, peace, But, yeah, me and my wife actually lived in that house for a while. We got together, decided we was going to fix it up. So, put a good little chunk of money in there. I went in, redid windows, pipe works,
Yeah.
some of the walls, some of the ceilings, all kind of stuff. So we move in, And, you know, I always said I always felt like there was something in the back room.
Yeah.
First couple of nights we were there, we got woken up just about every night. Sounded like something just crashed back there.
Oh man.
Just like a cabinet or something fell over. Go back there, nothing out of place.
Yeah.
Well, then she had this little ballerina music box or globe or something. And I think it was Christmas morning. We got woken up to that thing playing.
Yeah.
Hadn't been touched in a long time, you know. We're
Right.
just laying there sound asleep, and all of a sudden we wake up to ding, 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 ding.
See, that's got to be creepy.
Oh, yeah. And then my oldest daughter, when she was about 2 or 3, she was walking up and down the hallway of the house, and she stops. And she looks towards the back room. It seems like everything originates in the back room.
Yeah.
And she stopped. She's looking towards the back room. I said, "What's wrong?" She said, "Who's that woman back there?"
Oh.
And I was like, "What woman?" You know? And she's like, "She's there putting on a black dress." And I was like, "It's got to be a black dress." You know?
Getting me chills, and I've heard the story before.
Well, you know, over time, you know, our family grew, so we got a bigger place. Well, my sister moved into the house. Same thing. She'd be waking up in the middle of the night, crashing sounds in the back room.
Yeah.
Her son, he'll stop and he'll stare up in the corner for a little bit and just, "Who's that?" You know?
Right.
So,
That is so wild.
okay.
That is crazy. What do you think people should know? Like, if people are having this in their house, like, can you guys be like the folks on The Conjuring? Can they just call you and have you come in? Is that?
I don't feel confident enough to go into anybody's house and say, "This house is clear."
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, you know,
But
we've
we'll
had-
come check it out, though.
You
and
will.
then
You'll at least listen to
get
the
you to
story.
the right
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because, you know, people have reached out to us. They're like, "Hey, I've got something going on. Can you come get rid of it?" I'm like,
Right.
"Man, I'm sorry."
You're not trained for that.
Yeah,
are you?
like,
yeah.
we look for them, you know.
Right. But we don't know what to do with them once we get them.
Yeah, we don't get them out.
Right.
Best advice, though, would be, you know, of course, pray.
Yeah.
Tell whatever is there that it's not allowed because it is your house.
Right.
A lot of times that works if you
Yeah. Just kind of speak with authority over it, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got to let it know that you're the one in charge.
Right. Yeah. Man, I'm glad y'all came on today. Now, tell people how do they find you? You guys are. It's like, you know, we always try to support local businesses. You guys are local creators, so I know going to social media pages.
Oh, yeah.
Tell all your socials so people can go to them.
We've got a YouTube. That's our main one. Facebook page. We have an Instagram. I don't think we've touched that Instagram in years. TikTok for all the cool kids out there.
Right. Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, we try to pump out, you know, some shorts and stuff on YouTube as much as we can.
Yeah.
But episodes, they range anywhere from an hour to, I think, Columbia Part 2 was like an hour and 45 minutes just because we had so much
There's
going
so
on
much
there.
stuff. Yeah. Well, and that's the good thing about doing it on YouTube. It doesn't have to be 21 minutes. Or,
Exactly.
You know, that sort of thing.
Yeah, we got complete creative control over it.
Yeah.
And it's funny watching videos back because I had one completely done. It was
Right.
actually Columbia Part 2. I had this thing completely done. I was like, I'm going to watch it all through, make sure all my sound levels are good. Caught something else. Didn't even notice it.
Right. Yeah.
So I had to take that clip, put it to the end of the video, be like, well, I'll go and go over this video. I found
Right.
this.
And maybe Netflix will be checking y'all out, and you'll get some of that Netflix money going on too.
Maybe one day. You listen to Netflix?
Yeah, that's what everybody's striving for these days.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, I appreciate y'all coming by on Halloween. Before you were here, we had Martha Salomaa on. Did she teach y'all in school at all? Because she's a retired school teacher.
She didn't teach us. Apparently, she did have my cousin Georgia, though.
Okay.
Because she was saying that she had Georgia, and Georgia used us as a reference for one of her school projects.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she was telling me about that.
So
yeah.
we took her out to Sloth Furnace and
Yeah.
let her have some fun.
That's pretty cool then. Yeah. She told her stories of the Sipsy creature. So we've had all types of unknowns on this morning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was, but it's cool to hear the stories and to just kind of think on, what could it be? What is it really?
Definitely.
I think that's the cool question.
The
Well,
mystery.
Everybody go like their pages. Go check out, especially the YouTube page. They need as many likes as possible. And if you know any haunted places, just send them a message, send them a private message, and they'll get back with you on if that's a possibility for them to check out or not. So.
Definitely.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening to Live at 9 this week. Sorry we've been kind of hit or miss this week. Host was sick for a couple days, but came back with a 2-hour episode just to thank you guys today on Halloween. Woody Wilson will be coming in next. Professor of Rock and Roll is going to teach us all kind of stuff. I'm sure that he's got to have some spooky songs today. And then later this evening, it's going to be the Jasper Vikings, myself and Woody on the call. We'll be traveling to Moulton for the, Lawrence County Red Devils playing Jasper. And we want Jasper to win by as much as possible because, it's Jasper, but Lawrence County didn't want to change the game to Thursday night, so they're ruining all of our trick-or-treat. So we just want to take them out tonight. All right, until next week, be kind and love, and we'll see you next week on Live at 9 with James Phillips on WJLX.